okay, and there's only 28 days, and it altered, and that's therefore they had an Adar and Radar. We'll get into that another time, but anyway. But the year, okay, you had the 12 months. Okay, now, right here, in what we would consider the third month, and when that gets into, help me Jesus, it's further and further out there. The Jewish people have 4 New Years. Okay, now that's really easy to understand when you think about it. Now, when you say it, you go, what? How can that be? But we do too. Okay. Our taxes go from January to January, okay? But our school year starts at a different time. You see what I'm saying? And so we have different points in the year that are for different reasons. Well, their legal year started in the first month, but their religious or spiritual year started in the third month. With what? Right? What was the first?
Passover.
Passover, exactly. And that's in Exodus, the 12th chapter. And in this third month, okay, and they would refer to it Passover, but in Passover, you had 3. Okay, you had Passover, I'll just go past here, okay, and then the second one was they had right after Passover took place, what happened? Exodus, the 12th chapter, anybody know? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm blank.
Because I know you know, but when I say it, you're going to go, oh yeah. The Feast of,
Tabernacles.
no. Feast of Unleavened Bread, okay? So then comes the Feast of Unleavened Bread, okay? Now just, Unleavened Bread, okay? And then, right after the Feast of Unleavened Bread took place, there was what? Okay, first fruits. Okay, all right. Now, I understand I'm throwing this at you and I'll put first fruits. Okay, then you skip all the way over 50 days. Okay, 50 days. Okay, to about the mid of the 5th, to the beginning of the 5th month, there was the next feast, and it is what we call, or what was called, Pentecost. Okay? And then you jumped over, and in the 7th month, you have 3 more feasts. Okay? You have the Feast of Trumpets. Okay? And I'll just put it to you there. And then you have the Day of Atonement, or what is referred to Yom Kippur. Okay, and I'll just put a Y for Yom. Okay, and then you have, now your turn, baby, Feast of,
Tabernacles.
there you go, Feast of Tabernacles, okay, all right, now, all of this is one of the most awesome studies that you can study. I mean, it's fantastic how awesome it is. And I'll just give you a quick. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But those 7 are divided into 3 different times. Okay? Now, Jesus has fulfilled all of these. He's the Passover lamb. Okay? He's the Feast of Unleavened Bread. He is our unleavened bread, the lamb that we are to eat of. And then he's the first fruits, okay, of the resurrection. And here's what I love, because see, most people, you mention Pentecost, they go, boom, Acts the 2nd chapter. Well, Acts the 2nd chapter just happened on Pentecost. Okay, Pentecost was already designed, and the word Pentecost means 50 days. So 50 days after they brought their first sheaves or their first fruits, okay, they had Pentecost, which is the general harvest. And the general harvest begins. And then, toward the end of the year, in the 7th month, they have the Feast of Trumpets. And that's where they blow the trumpet. And then they have Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement, the sheep goat, Leviticus 16, so on and so forth. And then they have the Feast of Tabernacles, which we taught on that at Thanksgiving. That's a time of Thanksgiving. It's a time of gathering. Now, we know from here back has all been fulfilled. Jesus fulfilled all of these. But then on Pentecost, that was fulfilled. So we are in this period of time between the Pentecost and the 7th month waiting for these three feasts to be fulfilled. Okay? And spiritually, they're already being fulfilled, but for them to be fulfilled prophetically. Does that make sense? Okay. Have I totally put everybody back to sleep? Because that's very deep. I mean, that's, I'm throwing a whole lot at you that if you haven't studied it, it'll lose you. But why is that important? Okay? Jesus, the triumphal entry was taking place, and Jesus was coming into town, hallelujah, on Passover. That's why there was such a crowd. Okay? Glory to God. Good morning, gang. How you doing? So, glory to God. And we'll let Sister Christine take the young folks back. And I don't know if there's some teenagers. Yeah, there's a Thomas. See, we were kind of getting started off to a late start. And Sister Michelle's out of pocket today. She's not feeling well. But we'll go ahead and let the classes start for a few minutes if you want. Hallelujah. Yeah. I'm going to come back and shake hands with Mark because I hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good? How you doing? You okay? Well, you too, but I've seen you good, so. Hey, brother. Good morning, sir. I see you came out and fixed our door yesterday. Thanks, brother. So, all right, for those that just come in, we're in Matthew, the 21st chapter, and we're discussing what makes today a special day. Why is today such a special Sunday? And what we determine is that it is what is referred to as Palm Sunday. Okay? The reason it's called Palm Sunday is, and we're going to read it here in a moment, when Jesus was coming into town, it is called the triumphal entry, is that they waved palms and they threw palms down along with their clothes. Okay? And we were just discussing that that the reason this was so important is because this began the 7th feast, and Jesus fulfilling the 7th feast. And the first one that he fulfilled is the Passover. And so when this event takes place, and if you've got your Bibles, we'll go ahead and read. When this event takes place, it's Passover. So the population of Jerusalem, which normally throughout the year was, somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30,000, history says, would swell to 300,000 or 400,000, with people camping all around, because according to the law, the Jewish law, the Torah, it was a requirement that 3 times a year, and that's what I was just teaching, in the 3rd month, the 5th month, and the 7th month, there were 3 feasts that every man above the age of 21 had to present himself to the tabernacle. Okay? And so everybody was showing up. And this is what's taking place in Jerusalem at this moment that we're about to read. Okay, are you with me in Matthew 21? It says, and I'll just read here. We'll just kind of take our time. Is that all right? It says, and when they drew nigh unto Jerusalem, let's pause right there. Who's the they? Let's make sure we know who we're talking about. Who's the they? The Lord and his disciples, exactly. Okay? Drew nigh unto Jerusalem, and were come to Bethphage, unto the Mount of Olives. Then sent Jesus 2 disciples, saying unto them, go into the village over against you, and straightway you shall find an ass tied, and a colt with her. loose them and bring them unto me. And if any man say aught unto you, you shall say, the Lord hath need of them, and straightway he will send them. Okay? All this was done that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. Now let's pause right there, and hold your place. And that's why they make these beautiful little ribbons in your Bibles here. Okay? Drop that in there. And we're giving extra credit. That means very much. But for folks today, can anybody tell me the particular scripture that this is referring to? Okay? Okay, all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. What prophet? Okay, now does anybody know how to figure it out? Okay, I mean, and let me see if yours has. I'm just showing you. Yeah, see, here, look at mine. I know where mine's at. See, here we are. See how it has that one right there? Okay, then you come down and it gives you, okay. And that's why, now this is a good Bible, but you want people to learn how to use, that's called centerline reference. You know, and you learn how to reference, because what happens is if you don't understand something in one place of the Bible, you can follow the reference. Okay? You got yours and yours? Okay, who can follow the reference and tell me the scripture reference? No. Now there's a reference there, yes, but the predominant one is no. We're talking about a prophet somewhere in the Old Testament. Zechariah 9:9. Let's go to so hold your place there, and let's go to Zechariah the 9th chapter. Okay. You ran off. Yeah, exactly. Zechariah. In my Bible, it's page 965. I'm just playing. It goes Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and we're going to chapter 9. Say amen when you get there. I'm still headed there myself. Amen, you there? Well, that's no fair. You got the electronic jobs. Okay?
I got a whole setup here.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So. All right. So when you get there, Zechariah 9:9. Now see, I want to explain to you. This is why it is so beautiful and so powerful. Okay? Zechariah lived about 1,000 years before Jesus was ever born. Okay? Now that's awesome. So 1,000 years before this day, this prophet said this and wrote this right here. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Which we know the daughter of Zion is who? Or where? Jerusalem. Okay? All through Scripture, Jerusalem is referred to as the daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem, behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly and riding upon an ass, and upon a colt, the foal of an ass. Okay? And that's awesome right there. Okay? That 1,000 years before it happened, the Spirit of the Lord moved this one, this prophet, and prophesied. Okay? Number one, that confirms. But then also, just because it's good, let's read on here. Because it lets us know the importance of this day. It says, and I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the horse from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off, and he shall speak peace unto the heathen. And his dominion shall be from sea even to sea, and from the river even to the ends of the earth. As for thee also, by the blood of thy covenant I have sent forth thy prisoners out of the pit, we're